We are so happy and so grateful to be here with you all on this fine and glorious day indeed. We are here, we are here, we are here. We are, in fact, the divine council of nine, a group of higher dimensional beings that have been here for thousands of years, observing the evolution of humanity. And even before Earth and humanity inhabited Earth and Earth was created, we were observing since the beginning of time. With the context that you now understand, for those that have not listened to prior messages, we will also want to remind you that, in fact, these messages include activations and codes to assist you and support you on your journey. Whether you listened to a previous message, and yes, it will, in fact, help as you listen to multiple messages and receive multiple codes and activations that well, just a moment, we are bringing up the words that, well, are of Daren's vocabulary so we can best explain this process because it goes in layers. So if you've listened to 5-channel messages with activations and codes, then you will, in fact, they will essentially layer on top of each other. So it is not, it doesn't, it isn't a bad thing for you to, in fact, listen to numerous messages with codes and activations because we remind you that, well, it's all about the frequency and the vibration of the message more than the words that we are speaking. Again, the words support your mind and ego for having a story to create and show you to keep your mind occupied, to keep your mind occupied so that your human ego can step aside and you can, in fact, receive the activations and codes without any or little to no resistance at all. It keeps your mind busy so that you can also relate to, well, what is occurring on the planet at this time. And we are going to, well, go into a little bit more in depth about the heart space, being in your heart. Because we know that right now, and this has been an occurrence for a little bit now, where a lot of you are, well, we don't want to say struggling, but a lot of you are having challenging moments where you get pulled into these lower vibrations and frequencies, or you allow yourself to get pulled. We don't want to say that you get pulled because you're allowing yourself to get pulled into these lower frequencies and vibrations through not being in your heart center, which we love each and every one of you, and we will not judge any of you for that happening. But this is just a reminder showing you to stand in your power, to stand in your knowing, to remind you that, oh, wait, I'm not in my heart, I'm in my head. And this is why we have said on previous messages, dear ones, to practice even when you're washing dishes to be in your heart. Because when you're in your heart, you will not get pulled down these rabbit holes, we'll call it. You won't get taken for a ride, so to speak. And or it will take you less time the moment you figure out that you are in your head and not in your heart, which these moments that you're experiencing for you and by you are to show you that you are not in your heart, you are in your head space. So these situations that, well, you are being shown for you and by you are in fact to show you, oh, wait, I'm not in my heart, I'm in my head. Drop out of my head and back into my heart. Breathe into my heart center. How quickly can you come back to your heart? How quickly can you drop out of your head and back in your heart? Or in your heart and not in your head? This is important, dear ones, as you, well, practice this more and more, even while walking in nature or randomly speaking to someone for 5 seconds. Can you be in your heart? The more you practice this tool of breathing and being in your heart, the more it will become a normal occurrence for you where you don't even need to, well, let's say practice, because it will be a habit, what you would call a habit. These moments that you're experiencing are you proving to yourself, testing yourself, which we remind you that you no longer need to test yourself. It's just a quick reminder, oh, wait, I'm in my head, not in my heart. Let me breathe into my heart. Let me focus on my heart space. Let me focus on my heart center. If you need to place your hands on your heart, then do so, dear ones. We are not judging any of you for where you are or where you're at. It is all perfect. It is all perfect. And this is why you find yourself listening to this message to remind you to breathe deeply in and deeply out. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Deeply in and deeply out. This will, in fact, bring you into the present moment, which will, in fact, then you will be in your heart space. This is an important, urgent message for all of you listening and whoever listens in the future, because as we proceed forward, you want to be more in your heart, if not always in your heart. Again, no expectations. It is what it is. And whether you are or you aren't, it's all perfect because you are all perfect. You chose to be here at this time just as we did as well. And you are courageous beings of light, powerful beings. And well, now is the time to practice. To practice when you're just doing random things like driving, washing the dishes, vacuuming. Then when you have these encounters that are happening for you and by you, it won't be that difficult to remember And as we said, the more that you practice, the more that it will become a normal thing where you don't even need to think about it. You will just be in your heart. Again, no expectations, because you could be practicing, dear ones, and practicing, and still there could be moments where, in fact, it happens and you're in your head and you realize it and you drop into your heart. And that's okay. No judgment, no expectations. Practice, practice, and more practice. And these moments are just then showing you, for you and by you, that, oh, okay, I need to practice again. Stand in the truth of who you are. You know who you are. These are all reminding you and assisting you in remembering who you are, because you are, in fact, God in human form, creating your reality, dear ones, creating your reality. Humanity and the collective is beginning to realize how long and for centuries we have been giving our power away. And all of these experiences, situations, and encounters are reminding us as to how we've been doing so. Drop out of your head and into your heart. One of the best tools, in fact, to navigate what is occurring on the planet at this time, this massive evolutionary shift in human consciousness, the Great Awakening. One of the best tools that you have available to you: your breath, your heart, your breath, your heart space. It's all unfolding perfectly, dear ones. Trust the process. Trust what is unfolding. Trust yourself. Let go of all the doubt, because you are being guided. We are here. We have always been here, and we will always be here whenever you want to call on us. Out of your head and into your heart. In your heart and out of your head. Breathe deeply in through the nose and out through the mouth. Practice, practice, practice. We love you, and we love you. And with that, for now, we feel complete. And so it is.